Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 14 of my Real Madrid career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing the El Clasico once again, this time in the league though, so looking forward to that game against Barcelona, should be good for us. 5 points in front of them, they have a game in hand though, so that could reduce down to 2 possibly. Having said that, if we win this game, it goes back up to 5 and temporarily will be 8 points in front of Barcelona. So a really healthy lead that will be, but we've got to be able to beat them first of all. Also got a game against Juventus, that's the second leg of that game in the Champions League. The first leg was last episode and we won that one 1-0. Ronaldo Cup against his former team of course, so we'll have to wait and see whether we can get through into the quarterfinals, I think it is, of the Champions League. Before we go any further, I'd really appreciate you dropping a like on today's video. Let's try and hit 75 likes if we can. Also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well. Trying to push towards 25,000 subscribers now, so I'd really appreciate you clicking that button if you haven't already, and let's crack on with things. Let's take a look at the team for this game against Barcelona. We played quite recently against Barcelona in different competitions, so a few changes. Courtois starts in goal, Carvajal, Varane, Ramos and Guerrero at the back, Casemiro, Cruz and Isco midfield, Junior, Lewandowski and Asensio as our front three. So yeah, a few changes, but still very strong bench for us as well. Eden Hazard on there amongst other players. Hopefully we can control this game as much as we did in the last match against Barca. Let's just wait and see what some performance we get. I'm sure they'll be after some revenge here, but yeah, we need to get ourselves a victory, otherwise we are at risk of potentially dropping down to second, I think, if Barca were to win the game in hand as well. Okay, there we go for this game against Barcelona. Let's crack on with things. Let's try and get ourselves a victory here and hopefully get another victory over our rivals. We've currently lost twice to them this season, once in the league and I think once in the cup possibly. I'm not too sure actually. Maybe one of the legs actually of one of the cups we played against them, but need to try and make it our second win against them in just 2 weeks. Let's wait and see whether we can. Chance here for Messi to shoot off the post there. Good start to this game from Barcelona. No, off the post and in this time. It's a stupid goal to concede inside just 12-13 minutes here. Luis Suarez scores at the front post. Really stupid goal to concede. It's a cross in and Barcelona score from a corner of all things. Ball goes into the front post, we don't defend it properly. No one marks Suarez and gets to it before him. 2 men there, beaten to it by Suarez. Courtois beats it at his front post and it goes in, losing the game 1-0. It's been a slow start to the game for us. We've not controlled possession and Barcelona have been much more lively than we have. Which is very surprising because it seems like the exact same team they put out just a few days ago. So, don't know how they've managed to get such a lively performance from tired players. Cruz now over to Asensio, supposed to find Guerrero instead, but Asensio shoots. Chance still for Carvajal, who finds himself in the box as well, but a good opportunity for us was eventually saved by the goalkeeper. A little bit better, but we need to be a bit more consistent with this sort of play. Start to pile the pressure on a bit more if we can. Guerrero will look for a cross into the middle. Great ball. Junior's there, so is Lewandowski. Go out for a goal kick. Chance here through to Isco. Big opportunity for Isco. He's got inside Semedo. Isco to shoot. We've equalised. There we go. And we got ourselves a goal. Isco with a really good run. Made a fantastic run through the midfield and then the defence. And inside 39 minutes, we've got ourselves the equalising goal. Semedo couldn't quite catch up to him. And he finishes on his right foot. It's 1-1. And we're back at level terms here against Barca. It's half-time, 1-1. Competitive first half, really. We had a very slow start to it, though. First 20 minutes was probably Barcelona's. And then the rest of the second half was a little bit more in our favour. Hence why we got the second goal. We started to find our feet a little bit more. And yeah, it's very, very even at the moment. Not really too sure which way this game will go. What a pass that is. Chance here. Oh, I think a save by the keeper. Obviously not, because the corner's not being given, but it looks like it got some sort of deflection. Maybe it's just a strange shot there from Junior. Unfortunately, not able to quite finish that chance. Really good pass through to him, though. I don't know how he managed that. Wasn't supposed to find him, just supposed to go towards the centre of the pitch, but it did get there. Unfortunately, we couldn't take the chance. No, what a save, Courtois, right in his face, but he gets his hand up quickly enough to react to it. And a chance to counter-attack here. It's end-to-end stuff. Asensio trying to get there, but I think Ter Stegen will beat him to it. Just about stays in his box there. Is this actually a position where Messi can score from? I suppose I'll wait and see. Messi! Oh, certainly on target. Courtois saves it pretty comfortably, I'd say. Trying to hit him on the break straight away if we can. Asensio looking for Lewandowski, unfortunately won't find him. Okay, 25 minutes to go. Cruz and Asensio going to come off for us here. Popper and Hazard coming on just to try and strengthen us slightly and see if we can try and nick a win here late on. No. That's onside as well. 2-1 Barcelona. Literally 2 minutes after I make the change and somebody scores. No idea who, but it's gone in. Not good enough at all. Get done by 1-2 there. Don't stop the cross coming in, then don't deal with it when it's already in the box. No one marking that guy who finishes it off there. Terrible defending, and losing the game 2-1. A little bit harsh, it's been very even again, but it's just a case of them taking that chance and they score it. So yeah, we've not dealt with that properly, and consequently it's the fine margins that at the moment will cost us. But still time. Lewandowski back across and couldn't generate enough power to find anybody. No. 3-1. Again, just clinical. That's all it is. They're taking the chances and we're not. And Suarez scores. Oh, terrible once again. Ball goes into the box. And as I said in the last episode, Barcelona are our bogey team. And so they have been one of those sides where we have struggled to beat, actually, out of all the teams we've played. We beat them in the last episode convincingly. This episode has not been convincing. We've not controlled the ball like we did last time round. And we've done things like that, which haven't helped. If we don't keep Barcelona on a tight leash, they end up just going forward and scoring whenever they want. Ball through here to Isco. Isco with a big chance. Isco didn't take the shot quickly enough. The Stain came out and blocked the shot in the end. That was really poor. We should have done better there. But yeah, I mean, that's just the difference. That's highlighted again. The difference is we don't take our chances. We could have got a draw. I don't think we could have won the game, to be honest, but we could have got a draw, certainly. Barcelona win this game 3-1, and that means that if they were to win their game in hand, they would go 1 point in front of us in the league title. So it's one hell of a title race between us at the moment. It's going to probably go down to the final few games of the season, judging by what we've seen so far this season. So yeah, it could be interesting, but it all goes down to whether they can win their game in hand as to whether they do go top. That's also our first loss in a couple of months as well. I've been on a good winning streak, or a good undefeated streak, I should say. So yeah, I've been pretty impressed with the performances, but that just wasn't good enough, really. The change team didn't help, but you still got to, I think, do better. It wasn't heavy changes. There was key players missing, but we should have done better still. Okay, so our next game now against Juventus. Like I say, first leg, we won 1-0, so we need to try and replicate that scoreline, or a better scoreline ideally. This is the team I'm going to go with. It's our starting 11, Courtois, Carvajal, Varane, Ramos and Fernandes at the back, Casemiro, Modric and Pogba in midfield, Bale, Lewandowski and Hazard up front. The bench is pretty much the usual bench, to be honest. Still looking forward to Marcelo coming back. I think he's slowly coming back from his injury, but it might still be a few more weeks. Let's get on with things. This is the home leg, which means we have one away goal for the last leg. Let's just try and stop Juventus from scoring if we can. Definitely stop Ronaldo from scoring. Look at him. He's ready. It's fine, we got Bale. Okay, there we go for this game against Juventus. Let's see how we get on. Ronaldo will be starting against his former club once again. Hopefully we can get the better of him and his team in this match. But we've got to perform better than we did in the last game if we want to be able to do that. Lewandowski. Waiting for Pogba. Pogba hasn't made the run yet, so we'll go back to Casemiro. Now into Hazard, in fact, and he scores. Hazard has got the goal. He was onside as well, and it's 2-0 inside 5 minutes. 2-0 aggregate, I should say. We're supposed to find Pogba with the pass because he finally made a run, but it went to Hazard instead. Kept himself onside, turns, shoots, and scores. And what a start to this game. That's Ronaldo's replacement there, scoring against Ronaldo's team. Go on, Modric, running forward. Easy save. Go on, Pogba. Oh, it's not far away actually, his left foot. Oh, what an overhead kick. I love that. It's one way to stop the ball going over the top. Lewandowski through to Gareth Bale. He's got the pace. Does he have the finish? What the hell? What's he doing running to the defender? Threw on goal there. Could have had another. That might well have put the game to bed as well. Hazard into Fernandes. What's his crossing like? Better than I thought. And Lewandowski get the power behind the header. Unfortunately, it was straight at Szczesny. Bale looking for a cross into the middle. Varane's there. Good connection, but bounces down and saved by Szczesny. It's half time. It's 1-0. 2-0 on aggregate. Really happy with how we're getting on here. Need to try and get another goal though to basically secure the victory here against Juve. We're doing well. Controlling the game at times. Certainly Juventus has got good attacking players, so you can't do it for the full game, but we have done it when we've needed to and kept hold of possession fairly well. Hazard into Lewandowski. Lewandowski has to find a pass. Oh, what an interception. That was so close. Hazard into Lewandowski. Lewandowski holds this one up well to Modric. Now over to Bale once again. Bale surely got the legs over Ben Davies. He's going to cut back inside. Look for the cross. It's Hazard onside though. We'll see. The flag hasn't been raised and it's 2-0. 3-0 aggregate. Eden Hazard there gets the headed goal. What a fantastic bit of football that was. Brilliant bit of play. Bale initially over to Hazard, then back across to Bale eventually. He cuts it back inside. Hazard keeps himself onside. And it's a great header into the back of the net. Szczesny can't get there. Surely that's game over now. Hazard with his second of the game, on for a hat-trick. Really looking like he was worth the £94 million. Which if you think about it, it's probably a bargain really. Carvajal coming forward now. Oof, Lewandowski really went for that one. No foul on Szczesny though. Fair play to the ref, didn't give it. Let's try and keep a clean sheet now. That would be an achievement against such a good team. Well played, that's good. No, that is not good. What are you doing, Modric, you idiot? Well played, yes, makes up for it. That's why he's the best player in the world. Oh, what a pass that is to Gareth Bale. Takes it in his stride. Again, looking for a crossing, this time to Pogba. Headed clear for a corner. 25 minutes left. Tempted by the changes. How long until next game? I think there's a bit of a break, so he might not make any subs actually. Modric looking for a good cross into the middle. Bale's there and beats into it. Lewandowski is the onside. Over to Bale. Could this be another chance here? Modric. Just had a shot with Bale. Overplayed it. All three changes now. Junior, Cruz and Vallejo to come on. We'll take off Fernandes, Modric and Gareth Bale. Those changes just to freshen things up. There's literally 7 minutes to go. Maybe 10 if there's some added on time. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, let's try and get ourselves another goal if we can. Bale's got an injury, which I've just been told about. Did not know about that. Saw him down earlier, but let's just hope it's not anything too bad. Just come back from injury, if anything. Hazard still looking for a hat-trick. I don't know who's going to get it here with 5 minutes to go. Certainly won't from this position. Needs to try and manoeuvre for a shot if he can. Looking to Pogba. Can he find Hazard? No. Well played, Casemiro. That has to be onside. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Such a good chance for Hazard, still going, and Hazard runs into traffic. Final chance to Alicia shots. It's in, and it's a hat-trick for Hazard, and there we go, 3-0, 4-0 aggregates, game over. In the final few seconds of this game, I was determined to get it with him, and he has done it. Look at this, the way he just has to dribble around some players. Alicia's a really good shot, you can't get any further in the corner than that. What a finish. 3-0, and Hazard has got us a big, big victory here against Juventus. Takes us into the next round single-handedly. Of course, it's a good performance from everyone, but Hazard in particular has been really, really good for us. Completes his 90-minute hat-trick. And that's it. 3-0, 4-0, and aggregate. We're through, I think, to the quarterfinals. Can't quite remember. But like I say, Hazard there getting the match ball and really starting to repay some of the £94 million that we spent on him. Looks well worth the money. Juventus, 0 shots. Yeah, we controlled that game pretty much. So yeah, 0 shots from Juventus is an interesting stat. Okay, so into the quarters now. That was round of 16. And yeah, as you can see, the other teams there playing. Roma and Liverpool playing for not the first time. Okay, so as you can see, Barcelona did win their game in hand. That means they are 1 point in front of us in the league, so there's still a bit of a fight going on there, which should be interesting to see how that turns out come the end of the season. We are getting towards the end of the season now as well. 26 games played, so 12 left for us. Other teams have played slightly more. One of our youngsters here who's still in the youth academy, he goes up to 67 overall. It's good to see. He continues his growth. He might well join us at some point in the senior setup. Depends if we go into a second season or not. We're going to this game now against Celta Vigo. We are going to just keep the exact same team. No changes whatsoever from the last team that we put out. Barcelona have won their match once again, so they're now 4 points in front of us. Puts more pressure on us to win this game, but with this sort of team out, you'd hope we should. Let's see though what happens. Okay then, Celta Vigo. Let's see how we get on. Home match here for us. Different opposition to what we've played so far in today's episode, but certainly not to be underestimated. They can get surprise results. We've just got to try and dominate the game, similar to the Juventus match. Carvajal, good ball in. Still a chance. Pogba finishes it off. A little bit fluky. It's been an okay start. We've been a better team, but only marginally. Neither team have had that many chances, really. But we have got ourselves a goal here. And like I say, it's not sort of the nicest of goals. A little bit fluky the way it sort of springs to Pogba, but we'll take it. And Pogba finishes off on the volley quite nicely, actually. Good finish from him. Good technique. Keeps it down, and he gets himself a goal. 1-0. No. Should have been 1-1. Don't know what happened there, but suddenly Modric seems to just go invisible. Went for the ball and then completely missed it. Should have been finished as well by the Celta Vigo player, but he puts it wide. Carvajal coming forward. Can he find Pogba in the middle? Oh, it's a good ball in, but unfortunately Pogba didn't get in the right position. Oh, the cross didn't find him anyway. Still a chance here. Paul Pogba trying to get Guerrero. In fact, it's Fernandes that are playing. I should probably know that. Lewandowski turning, and a big save from the goalkeeper. Did really well to adjust his body and get a hand to that. Gareth Bale looking for a ball into the middle. Come on, Ramos is there, and Ramos puts it wide. We just score from a corner for him. Not far away at all there from the captain, but fortunately no one there to nod it in at the back post. Modric, and there we go, 2-0. Luka Modric scores this time round. That shot again just kind of came out of nowhere. Thought I'd have a go because we're struggling to break them down. I expected them to go quite defensive. That's what they've done, tried to absorb the pressure. Put a lot of players in front of most of our shots. This time though, we open up some space for Pogba to play it into Lewandowski and then into Modric. Modric takes a shot and it flies in, 2-0. Modric shoots and scores. It's another one for Modric. 3-0 now, starting to really increase the scoreline. We're taking sort of long-range shots, but they're going in, so can't complain. We'll continue to try and score as many as possible. It's now 3-0, and it looks a little bit more healthy as our scoreline. As you can see, though, we're just struggling to find that pass that sort of breaks down the defence, so having to do these sort of shots. and at the moment they're flying in. 7 goals for Modric so far this season. It's a good tally. On for a hat-trick as well. Look at that. Again, Modric running forward. That's brilliant football. Could this be 4? Yes, it is. Modric gets the hat-trick inside the first half as well. Luka Modric does such a good run off the ball here. This is brilliant play. Not only is that little flick from Lewandowski brilliant as well, but we just wait for the right moment. We just pass it around between our midfielders, side to side, and then the moment seems to arrive. The gap opens for us to play into Lewandowski, then through to Modric, who runs and scores on his left foot. 4-0, really pleased with that. It's actually a 10-minute hat-trick as well, because the first goal's in the 35th minute. So yeah, half-time, 4-0. Things are looking pretty good for us. I might make some changes at half-time, because we've got another game in 3 days' time. All 3 changes, Asensio, Mariano and Cruz coming on, Modric, Lewandowski and Hazard coming off. Protecting some of our better, more influential players that are likely to also tire as well. Pogba and Bale stay on because I think they'll just get rotated out anyway in the next game because we have Junior Isco to fill in those positions. So we'll go ahead with that. Not often I'll make all 3 changes at half-time, but when you're 4-0 up with another game coming up, you've got to do that sort of thing. Pogba going to hit this one from range. Oh, really good strike as well. A bit of a wild one, but it found the target anyway and cleared away. 30 minutes left, still searching for a 5th goal if we can, just sort of keeping possession, not really too focused on flying forward necessarily, but picking our moments to do that. Paul Pogba trying to get some space, we can't find it this time. Casemiro might, and deflected and then saved. Cruz will deliver this corner, it's a great ball. Ramos is there, so a few others, but again, another corner for us to take. Cruz with a similar one. Hopefully we'll find the back of the net this time, but no, it's even worse. Corner to defend here, Buffon will deliver it in. Let's clear that one out. Yes, well played, Courtois, he'll keep hold of it. Got to make sure we don't do anything silly here, keep hold of the clean sheet if we can. Ramos, oh, loses his man. He's going to go on a run, here's Ramos. No, he's not. Mariano, back into Ramos. Off the post. If that had actually got in, Pogba follows up. It will go and it's 5-0. What a mess that was, but it all starts from the captain, skilling a few players. Pogba finishes it off, and he gets himself a goal there. Does Pogba, yeah, just follows it up. It's good work, obviously, from him to do that, but a bit of a mess there from the Celta Vigo defence. He'll smash that one over the line, 5-0. Does Ramos get an assist, maybe? Pogba also on for a hat-trick here, but there's not that much time left. Go on, Bale, you've still got time. Just wait for Pogba to arrive. When's Pogba arriving? Pogba at the back post. Pogba, it's like off the post. Finished off by Mariano. Oh, so close to another hat-trick that's unfortunately hit the post. And Mariano falls up though, scores the 93rd minute, 6-0. This is Real Madrid, this is what Real Madrid do. I mean, not this season, but this is what they have done in previous seasons. Destroy teams at times, and that's what we're doing here. Very, very strong team that we have, and Pogba there. Very influential, once again, one of the goals. This time it's Mariano who finishes it off, and he's in the right place at the right time. Look at that, Henry-esque volley from 2 yards. 6-0. And that's how it finishes. Luka Modric getting half the goals, gets himself a hat-trick. Really impressed with the performance there. What a way to end the episode as well. Certainly got goals in us. Really, really good performance from us. Modric having 3 attempts on goal and scoring every single one. Not a bad stat for him, and that's just in the first half in 10 minutes. So really, really impressive stuff. Happy with the change that I had to make at half-time. It made sense with us having other games coming up. And yeah, all paid off, all worked. 15 shots, 10 on target, 60% possession. Celta Vigo having 3 shots, 1 on target. That's 3 shots, 1 on target more than Juventus. So we keep up with the pace of Barcelona. However, Barcelona have just dropped points because they have played an extra game but are still just 1 point. So they've lost a game somewhere. Who did they lose to? Ooh, Real Betis of all teams. Actually, Real Betis to be fair are 5th, so they're having an alright season here. But Barcelona lose for the 4th time this season. Chance for us to go 2 points ahead of them. But Alejo goes up to 82 overall this week, continues his growth, doing really, really well for us, looking like a player that's more in contention for the starting 11. He's still a little bit behind a couple of other players, but he is certainly going to be in the team whenever we need him to be. We are short on centre-back, so he will be in the side from time to time. Player returning from injury, that's Marcelo, it's got to be, that's the only player who got injured. And it is, Marcelo's back from his injury, maybe for this game, maybe for the next match, I'm not really too sure, but he will certainly be back in the team shortly. Yeah, it looks like he could play this game actually. Look at those stats, it's just so nice, look at that. He's one of those players, you can just stick him anywhere on the pitch. And yeah, he's obviously going to start next episode as well, he's I think going to make a return, I've decided. Could have easily sort of dropped him and given him a bit more time out, but he is going to start, I think, for this next game, which will be next episode, but that's the team I'll put out for you guys wondering, so it'll be a fairly strong team, but still some changes having played just 3 days ago. Looking forward to this though, should be really good, an opportunity for us to go back on top of Barcelona if we do get ourselves 3 points. But I'll have to wait for next episode. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode, guys. Really do appreciate it. If we could try and hit 75 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be brilliant too. And as we try and push towards 25,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.